charm.
Like we were saying, that that when you look at her looking like this, you really can't figure how can she eat like she does continually and look like this.
And these are toaster strudels. I usually have oatmeal, but I
Yeah.
but wait. But your morning schedule may be off a little bit because daylight savings time is tonight. So spring your clocks 1 hour ahead. But for now, we're going to bring Oldecam on because there's lots of going on in the news, even if it's a weekend.
That's right. And if you do this intro enough times, we actually get it right, don't we?
Obama on the stimulus. I know we did the right thing.
The problem is if you have to continually reinforce yourself that you did the right thing, Freud will tell you it means you know you didn't.
Ah, that is very true. Laws are not the same for the greedy elite when fired, but they deserve it.
I know. I heard that this morning. We were talking on the thing. There's basically, remember the workers in Chicago that were bitching that they got dumped off without proper notice and they weren't getting paid?
Right.
If you get fired on Wall Street by the federal government, you don't deserve the same rights as those workers in Chicago demanded.
Oh, I guess because they didn't band together and...
No, they are banding together. They're pissed about the fact.
That's ridiculous.
That's right. They don't deserve the same rights as other people because, as one person said, that they deserve everything that they're getting.
Talk about polarizing the country.
Yeah.
We talked to the Japanese right up till the time they bombed Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, I heard that one this morning from a World War II veteran who thinks that Mr. Obama is leading us down the same path completely as Franklin Roosevelt did, because I could deal with these people.
Sometimes the problem is that you believe that you can deal with these
Democrats, people that are ideologues, always believe that they can do everything they think they can do. I lost my ideology when I was very young when I found out that I couldn't fly like Superman.
U.S. wants dialogue with Pyongyang U.S. envoy.
Yeah, we can talk to the North Koreans. They're not going to start a war over a little thing like nuclear weapons. Yeah, they will.
Obama to reverse limits on stem cell work.
Which I always thought was asinine to begin with. I mean, put it this way, George Bush is responsible for the death of his grandmother. Because stem cell research could have helped his grandmother live longer. Instead, he banned it, knowing that there was a procedure out there that his grandmother could have helped make her more comfortable in life.
That's tough to live with.
I know. But see, there's religious principles. See, in some ways, George Bush was also an ideologue. He believed firmly in certain things. That he believed that life.
You don't mess with nature.
That's right. You don't do it because he didn't believe that. He thought we were becoming too much like Frankenstein and got scared by it.
There are certain religions that do. I mean.
Yeah.
That is their belief. Citicorp now a penny stock.
I know, it's below $1 a share, which means if it stays that way next week, it becomes delisted. They said you could buy every share of stock on Wall Street, every share of stock that Citicorp has now for $1 billion, and we've already pumped like 70 in them.
Obama administration is urged to expand mortgage rescue.
Yeah, the people in California, Pelosi and others, want more money shifted to this state for that. Well, we have this state, and in Reed State, amazingly, we have a disproportionate amount of people that should never have gotten loans on homes, and they need to cover those people.
Well, part of it is with Pelosi and everything she's doing. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, unless she starts doing something for this state. Yeah,
well, she does all the time. I mean, she's protecting some habitat that nobody ever heard of.
Oh, that's right. She's protecting the interest of those in Northern California.
And she's going to make it possible. I heard him say she is going to make it possible for businesses to stay in this state that are fleeing the state because of high taxes. You know how she's doing it?
How?
Well, the government's going to pick up all their health care costs so they no longer will have that expense on any of their businesses.
Yeah, but if they still get the same benefit in other states, then...
I know, don't you know?
Oh!
You're not supposed to tell people that because an informed public is dangerous.
Ooh, the top UK restaurant closed as 400 diners taken ill.
Yeah. It's called salmonella. The problem with salmonella is you never know that it's there until it happens.
Oh, is that what happens with it?
Yeah, because I know that my mother's in the restaurant business for ages, and that always, actually for about 60, 70 years, that was scared them most because they can control what they're doing. They don't know what the suppliers have done.
Obama, the stimulus plan is already saving 25 jobs.
Yeah, the jobs that he's talking about, 25 police officers in Ohio, were already hired. They were in the loop. They were going to come out to begin with. There's not going to be 25 new ones because they don't have the matching funds, which is the problem with the stimulus. A lot of Mr. Obama's things have catches to them. You must provide funding for these jobs for like 2 years or something after the stimulus money runs out.
Well, there's a problem. Like California's broke,
Yeah.
so they don't have the money to hire them in the first place.
That's
so,
right.
and you know all that. How many billions? And you save 25 jobs?
Yeah, they said, okay, Ohio yesterday, I think they said lost 11,000 jobs the same day that he saved 25. And it said at that rate, by the time the crisis is supposed to come in another 2,000 years, he will have saved as many jobs as they lost in the state.
Oh gosh. Obama's secret letter to Russia. Path could destroy NATO cohesion and undermine pro-Americanism where it is still strong.
You understand why they're so pissed off at us in Europe now? They all know they could roll Obama. They thought that they would roll him before the Russians did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guess what happens?
Yeah, we're going to make a deal with the Soviets. That deal being, we will dismantle our weapons, you get to keep your weapons. We will not put a missile defense system in, and you sell it to Iran. But if you get naughty with your equipment, shame on you. Basically, they think that Hillary, shame on you, will scare everybody in the world into siding with this.
Well, they did decide to start all over with a new button.
I know, which basically, I love it, said Russia was overcharged. Basically what happened was somebody in the State Department was pissed off at what the administration is doing, so they sent them a signal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's no...
I was going to say, they would not, that's not a mistake that...
Yeah, put it this way, I know a guy that used to work for the State Department, and he said they don't make errors like that. It was done deliberately to send Bill and Hillary Clinton and Mr. Obama a message.
Yeah, that was... and I'm surprised that they just, it's like, oh, it was a mistake. They don't make mistakes like that.
The problem is Bill Clinton does understand Russian, and you know he got the message and just let it happen.
Oh, and you don't think he opened it up beforehand?
My guess, the Clintons, I mean, basically they open up Christmas gifts to see what's in them before Christmas, so.
Democrats blast Limbaugh for comment on Kennedy.
Okay, okay. First of all, I've met the gentleman. He's a nice man. He believes strongly in what he's doing. The Kennedys may be way to the left, but the Kennedys actually are, of all of the people in Washington, D.C. and the Democratic Party you can make deals with, it is Edward Kennedy. He is willing to make a deal to get what he wants done. So he's basically...
Well, no wonder why he likes Obama.
Yeah, he knows he can roll Obama, but no, but he worked with John McCain and others to try to fix the problems.
He will negotiate and try and get...
Because
but he's more partisan, non-partisan, excuse me.
Even though he is way to the left, he is more non-partisan than most of the other people.
Tongue-tied Clinton gets warm welcome.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I love that.
Well, at least she looked like she was having more fun.
Well, but no, I also know the Clintons, and she does not like it when she gets embarrassed. She basically retaliates.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Surge in U.S. unemployment rate pressures Obama for more action. Another stimulus is on the way.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, we knew that those were not.
Yeah, he said that I will do what has to be done to save the economy.
Rihanna allowed to tape record calls from Chris Brown.
The problem is she's living with the guy. He's not calling her on the telephone, he's in bed next to her. I mean, that's got to be the most asinine thing I've heard from a court.
Well, and then the other part is the picture that they keep showing, that was a picture they said was doctored.
Yeah, and
anyway, it wasn't even her.
I know.
Or was it? It's just not her.
Just something sounds phony.
Yeah. GM shares reached 75-year low amid bankruptcy talk.
No, it's just like, okay, it's going into the Bank of America Citibank territory now.
A Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Remember that the band on the Titanic played until the boat sank when you're thinking about Mr. Obama and his program.